Today's the first day of my unemployment. Well, not my first day unemployed. It's my first Saturday, the first weekend of being unemployed. And yeah, it feels pretty awful. I woke up and it was like, oh no, I don't have a job. I forgot to show you these flowers that we picked in the mountains the other day. Oh my God. I wish you could smell them. They are amazing. What are they called? Something broom. But yeah, they're just wild flowers that grow on the side of the road all the way up to the mountain. Well, good morning, guys. Today's the first day of my unemployment. Well, not my first day unemployed. It's my first Saturday, the first weekend of being unemployed. And yeah, it feels pretty awful. I woke up and it was like, oh no, I don't have a job. Well, I guess I do. Uber's a job, but I don't punch a time clock. It's not a definite paycheck. It still counts against you though if you want to apply for unemployment. So that's out. But and I call my own schedule, you know what I mean? Even though I want to do a definite schedule, right now it's been very flexible. But from here on out, because like I said, it's summer and I won't have all these other obligations, it's work. My life is just work. Don't call me, don't text me, I'm working. I'm gonna double down because I have a brief period of time where I can really hustle and make some money, and that's what we're gonna do. Because it's going to be scary. I'll be honest. I don't have that definite check coming in. I don't know how much I'll be making with Uber because some nights it's really good and some nights it's really bad. And one of my subscribers let me know there's a thing called the summer slump when you're doing delivery. Yeah, well, I wasn't aware of that, but I am now. So yeah, I'm going to see how that affects me. I'm not too crazy about that. But a couple people, because I'm getting new subscribers all the time, so a lot of them don't know the story, and I don't like rehashing it because I don't like boring my old subscribers. But if you're new, I have a lot of videos on it. If you want to look at my older videos talking about being unretired and Social Security and that whole gamut. But the reason briefly that I don't file for Social Security right now is because in the future, in like 2 years, when I can get my full, I think I can be 65, maybe it's 67, I can't remember. I will be getting just Social Security, no pension. We do have a savings, our house will be paid for, but that's it. So I need the max amount I can get each month. If I draw it at this point, I get a little bit, and I'm always going to get that little bit. It won't grow, just a little bit, with cost of living, but it's not much. But anyway, it would help me right now, but in 2 years it would be a disaster. So yeah, I can't. That would be a nightmare for me, because let's say I get like 800 or something right now. I'm not going to be able to live off of $800, and I'm waiting to get the max amount. My husband's going to be getting it too. We'll have 2 checks, but still, so yeah, that's the reason. Right now I still have opportunities to actually work to make more money, and I've been doing that. Right now, so far it's been working. I've been nervous the whole time, but we've managed to make it work, and that's my mindset, is we're going to make it work like it has been. So I'm just going to keep at it. If things get really horrible, if I can't make enough money, then, and I have no choice, then yeah, I would have to do that, even though it would be a mistake for my future me. And I got to think about future me. I can't just think about right now. So yeah, that's the reason for not tapping into it right now. Also, a lot of you that are new, have asked. We did plan for retirement. Lots of things have happened. It's taken us off track, and that's why I'm working to get us back on track. I have a 2-year plan, and so far it's been working. We're just going to keep grinding along, and hopefully in 2 years, I'll have paid off the rest of my debts. I'll have been able to replenish some of our savings, and life will be grand, and the economy won't suck as hard as it sucks right now. That's the hope. We'll see what happens. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I told you guys I got to cut my hair. I usually go in and get it cut. I can't afford that, but I've never cut it short. I can trim it like I do now and chop it up and layer it. But I mean, we're talking short, man. We're talking short, and I've never done that. So I'm trying to find videos. You can go online and YouTube just about anything. So I'm trying to see if I can find something that will help me do that. Because I want to cut it soon, because I'm just so tired of even this. I know you're looking at it and you're like, that takes you time. Yeah, this takes me time. I'm serious, and it's a pain in my butt. And because I got to look somewhat presentable, because I am out in the public. So otherwise I wouldn't care. But and these head wraps, somebody said that big old heavy head wrap, it's a scarf. It weighs 2 ounces. It's not heavy. Have you ever lifted a scarf? They're not heavy. So, yeah, it's very lightweight. It's not hot. And, the whole back of my head is out. It's not like a wig where your whole head is covered. You see, it's just a strip, so it's very lightweight, but it does the job. It keeps me from having to mess with the whole back end of my hair. I just can deal with the front and the back. I just comb it. It's easy peasy. But I want to change, and that's why I want to go that route. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. Like I said, hi Jazz. We're going to work on that. Today it's hot. Of course it's hot. Summer's already coming. The kids are here. They're swimming. Papa's out there with them right now. I got to take a turn, but I do have to get out there tonight. Saturday nights aren't the best. You guys know that, but it brings in something. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, when's the best time to work. Like I said, I'm going to start trying to do mornings, which is going to require me to get my butt in bed asleep by like 8 or 9 at night, which never in my whole life have I ever done that, ever. I used to work graveyards because I'm a night person. So this is going to be a huge change if I can even do it. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that I can start going to bed early and get up early and do the early morning shopping thing, because I heard that it's better, because I'm seeing that afternoons are a joke. Evenings are up and down, just depending which days. But I did hear, the mornings are good. And like I said, my ex-sister-in-law, she's been supporting herself just doing Instacart and DoorDash. And yeah, she's been doing this for a couple years, and she said it's just fine. And she does her own taxes, and she said it was no different than when she was a bartender, because I said, yeah, everybody's always acting like the taxes. And she said, it's just like any job, because I thought, oh, if I don't put away $1 million towards my taxes, no, you just get a good tax man, and they know what to do, and, they know what you can write off and what you can't and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to listen to her because she's actually doing it. So we'll see what happens. But oh, look at my jasmine. How long ago did we do this? Did we do this last weekend? Because it said every 2 to 3 weeks. Ooh, yeah, it's starting to smell like jasmine oil. The lavender really is, because I did a double infused, and this one was really heavy. Oh, I wish I had smell-o-vision, you guys. You would love this. So yeah, another week, 2 to 3 weeks, and they're good to go. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to make myself some lunch, and then I'm going to sit out with my grandkids, and then we're going to go out and we're going to do Uber tonight. So fingers crossed, I'm going to make a ton of money. What do you guys make? I have several subscribers that say they're doing it. What do you guys average a night? What is your goal? My goal is $50 a night. Sometimes I make more, sometimes I make less. But I'm just curious. And I live in a small, like I said, podunk town. We do have lots of restaurants and a lot of older folks that no longer drive. So this isn't a luxury for them. This is their only way, because a lot of older folks, they don't drive anymore. And they, instead of having a car payment and maintenance and gas, they have money put away to pay other people to pick up their groceries, drive them to doctor's appointments, whatever. That's where I come in. And so I think that's the only reason that it's worked as well as it has, considering I'm not in Las Vegas or LA where they get, tons and tons of orders. And it's very competitive up here right now because, everybody's out of work. Yeah, to those of you that said things are going great, it's like, really? Where are you at? I want to know, because nothing's changed here. The prices are all still the same. Jobs, businesses are still closing. Yeah, nothing's different yet. I'm waiting to see. I keep hoping. Maybe it just hasn't worked its way to the West Coast yet. We'll see. But yeah, it's still pricey. But our minimum wage is a lot more than most people's. Like I said, I heard some people are getting $7.50 an hour. That blows my mind. Must be really cheap to live where you're at, because here it's $16.50 an hour, which seems like nothing, and yet everybody's like, that's a ton. It's like, but it's really not in this area with the cost of living. So anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will be back. Well, 10 minutes, and I might or might not be back. We'll see.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got you. No. Why are you? No. Yeah. Mommy.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to get out of the pool in about 30 minutes.
Can we go to the doctor?
You are gonna go with Papa to Ayla's game. Look at that face. Who's the cutest kitty ever? Huh? Who's the cutest kitty ever? Yeah. It's my guy. Okay, you guys. We're getting ready to go out and do the dinner rush. I'm taking 2 of my grandkids with me. They think it's going to be fun. That's okay. I like having company. But anyway, I was going to tell you guys, a couple nights ago when I was doing this, I've mentioned before that I see this one lady doing it, and she actually drives a Mercedes SUV. She's doing Uber or DoorDash. I'm not sure which one she's doing, but I could tell she was doing one of them. And I see her out there a lot. But we were at McDonald's, and we were waiting, and they usually take forever. They're the worst. Out of all the places I go to, they never have the order ready. Every other place does. But anyway, so we're standing there, and there could be like 6 of us all waiting to pick it up. So I just started talking to her, started chatting with her, and she looked like she was my age, maybe a little bit older. And I said, "Can I ask you how long you've been doing this?" And she said, "Yeah, I've just been doing it for a couple years." She said, "I started doing it just to get some extra money." Her husband still works, and she was bored. And somebody told her it was easy. She was just doing like the grocery shopping, and she just got into doing this. I received a message, okay. And she said it's been working out really well for her. She just does it whenever, her husband's at work or she's down, she's bored. And she said she's made, she makes decent money. She said it's up and down. You never know. She said, because I was asking her, I said, "Well, what do you prefer? Are weekends better or during the week?" And she said she can't predict it. It's up and down. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. And it goes through phases where it seems like there's more people doing it. And then they either decide there's too many people doing it and they quit doing it. And then it opens it back up again, for whatever reason. But she said she's noticed that it comes and goes. So she told me to just stick with it. She said that she thinks, it would be profitable. And so that was encouraging to hear that between her and, my ex-sister-in-law, because like I said, I was starting to worry. I'm hopeful, right? I'm hopeful. I'm just, I'm just a little anxious. Like I said, this is just the beginning of me not having my full-time regular job, and not full-time, but my regular job that I could count on. I knew it was coming. I've been prepared. That's why I'm doing this. But now that it's actually here, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I don't have that to fall back on. So yeah, it pushes me. Maybe I needed this push, because it's like, okay, I'm serious about it now. This has got to work. So we're going to make it work. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next video. Give me a thumbs up, or I know there's one of you gives me a thumbs down on every video. Even if it's a great video and everything was positive, you still give me a thumbs down. So I know you're just being a jerk. It's like, but it all helps my algorithms. That's the only thing I can think of, unless I get like 50 thumbs downs and like I've never, it's always one. And it's like, it's got to be the same person because it's like they make sure they put it on every single video. It's like, you don't even watch them. You just, like I said, I have an idea who it is. And I thought, well, if I let them go and then it stops, then I'll know. Well, it looks like it's just going to be me and my grandson. My granddaughter just left. So, but that's okay. At least I'll have somebody to keep me company. And, yeah, we're going to hit it kind of early and see what happens. I'm having a hard time though. It's like, do I really want to go out and do it tonight? Or do I want to just go to bed early tonight and get up early tomorrow and do the Sunday morning thing, Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll go out early and just hit it for a couple hours and then come home early and go to bed early and get up early and early. Ugh. I got to try it. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.